Good morning everyone, my name is Christian from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome to an intermission to what's our normal Path of Exile schedule. Now during this episode what I wanted to do is to bring to your attention that there are some events going on in Path of Exile and this episode will be dedicated to one of them. Now why is the reason behind this? When I first started looking at people playing Path of Exile, I didn't look at experts. Whenever I watch experts play, like, they don't explain, or the ones I found, don't explain really how you start a character from the beginning and you reach it to the end game. They already have been through that probably 100 times, if not 1,000 times from some of them. And so they go through that first part and just talk about the end game, like what is their end goal. And for someone who was coming into Path of Exile trying to learn more, there were many of these people that I couldn't learn from. I personally didn't get their stream, and so I didn't find it entertaining. But I would have loved to see people who are like today, like me, of average skill, of getting to a point where they understand this, they try to figure it out and they understand the game better and better by the day, like trying to reach a certain level of advanced skill or maybe mastery in the future. So I would have loved an average guy just show me the events and tell me that, hey, you could participate in it as well. And so this is why we are here. In the month of December, we have 3 1-week Mayhem event, 1-week Endless Delve event, and 3-week Heist Flashback event. Now we'll go through this. The 1-week Mayhem event has already started and we're gonna take a look at it in a second. What does Mayhem mean? Every map from the beginning of the game contains either 20 rogue exiles, 20 strong boxes, 20 invasion bosses, like these are the unique bosses, 10 breaches, the frozen characters, the frozen enemies, 20 tormented spirits, the green spirits, or 20 harbingers. This you haven't seen yet in our normal campaign, but maybe we will have a chance to see them now. So basically the maps will be filled with this type of content, which makes it very challenging at the beginning and still challenging going forward. But you'll see, it's a lot of fun. If you are in the top 5 for each ascendancy class, like you can use... No, let me explain this at the end. Okay, for the moment, there is a unique item that you can get from being in the top 5 of each ascendancy class. And here, when you reach for the first time level 50, you will automatically be awarded a Twilight Mystery Box, which is like a prize box that you open and you might find like different parts of items or armors or things like that. So decorations basically. You get this automatically, which is, it's okay. It's a good price and it's for a goal that is not even that high. So you can get in here, experience the event for yourself, work to reach level 50 and then decide if you want to keep going or not. Then there's a random draw for microtransactions for all these prices. If you reach level 60 with a character, you will go into a draw for these prices. If you reach level 70, you'll go for these prices, 80 and so on and so forth. So there are a bunch of prizes that you can win. Not like there is some competition in all of these. Like there are quite a bunch of players in these games, but there are not that many where your chances are small to win any of these. Like you can get at least one prize per event. Then we go to 1-week Endless Delve. Endless Delve is the mining one, where we were digging down and we had that map of the mine. Here we won't be needing sulfur anymore and we will be stuck in the mine. So there's no workbench, right? There's no content outside of the delve. And it's the same idea. Like, this is very different. You learn pretty fast how to do crafting with delve and how to survive there and how to level up. It's a very different playstyle for doing this, and it can be pretty difficult. And then there's a 3-week heist flashback. The heist flashback event is all about the ruckus. In each area you'll contest with several popular mods from past leagues in a harrowing mad dash for power and glory. Alongside heist, each area in a Ray class will have a random selection of 3 of the following mods. These mods will change every hour on the hour. Additional rogue exiles, invasion bosses, breaches, and so on and so forth. I'll leave you to read this if you want, but I'll probably do another episode then to show you what this is about. Once again, prizes and everything else, there's a Q&A on the Path of Exile website, and here is one of the servers, 1 week of mayhem, and it shows you the prizes and everything else. Now, how do you win these prizes? How you get into the draw, like with level 60, 70, 80? It's per ascendancy class. So what you can do, you can create multiple characters. You can have multiple characters of different ascendancy classes that can participate in the same contest. So that's one way in which you can increase your chances to win any of these prizes. But let's not dwell anymore on what's going on right now. I'll get back into the game. Now, we're not gonna start a new game. I'm just gonna show you, because at this point I don't want to make it more complicated, like start a new campaign for the event and ditch the one that we have now. I'm just gonna do one episode where I'm going to show you how I've been enjoying this experience, right? So I have Wolfnot here. I made a ranger. You just go here and click join, and you're taken to the character creation screen, and you make new characters there. It's as easy as that. You don't need any kind of special setup or anything else. You just click join and you see it creates a special league, right? So now we go into the game, and I'll show you. I made a ranger and I tried a few skills out. I decided that I want to go with lightning arrows because I've never played with that. So this is me. I do have a special armor on. So this is one I've gained from buying a supporter pack, and I put it on my ranger. As far as how my character is, let me show you like the inventory first of all. Like, I have plenty of items. You will see there are so many out there. I have evasion, and this is an evasion based character. There's nothing too special about the armor. I have a royal bow, which gives me 20% increased elemental damage with attack skills, which I use lightning bolt, so I do like that. And like, I'm just gonna go over these if you wanna pause and take a look at my gear, but as I said earlier, there's nothing special here. The only thing that's special is a tabula rasa. What is a tabula rasa? Because we didn't find it in the normal campaign. A tabula rasa is this shirt that has absolutely no properties, at least at the base of it. There is a way to give it one property, one modifier, but I won't talk about that now because I don't truly know how to do it either, and I haven't researched it because I didn't care. But the great thing about tabula rasa is that it provides you with 6 white links, which means you can add any kind of skills that you want. You get a 6 link from the start of the game, which can be very powerful at the cost of losing the most of your defense, right? Because the chest piece usually has the most defense over any of the other items. So, what do I have here? Well, I have a lightning arrow. There's 50% of physical damage converted to lightning damage. There's a 4% chance to shock enemies. Shocking is it's not an ailment, but basically it's an effect on the enemy that makes them take more damage. Hits up to 3 additional enemies in the near target, you'll see. So when you hit a target with your lightning arrow, it drops down lightning bolts which here hits 3 additional enemy targets. And that is pretty good. Shocks enemy as though dealing 150 more damage, 20% increased area, increased effect of lightning elements. Then we have lesser multiple projectiles, which I generally change with greater multiple projectiles. Why is that? This creates so this is 1 bolt plus another 2. This is 3 arrows that can hit and cause this effect with the additional targets, right? But if I bring these, it's 5 arrows in total with the basic skill, and all of those create effects that like hits up to another 3 additional enemies, which means that we can hit about 15 targets at once instead of just 9 if we have the lesser multiple projectiles. But the reason why I keep this is that this only reduces the projectile damage by 9 and this reduces it by 33. So there is a bit of a difference there. I use this for bosses, I use these for cleaning maps. Then I have added cold damage support. This is something I was inspired by a build a while back. So I've added besides lightning damage, some cold damage. This also prevents enemies who are very strong against lightning damage to also, basically I have an alternative to that damage. And I added hypothermia support because we have a good chance to chill or freeze enemies, right? Which stops them in their track, which helps us shoot and survive. Then I had an elemental damage with attack support. This skill provides 41% more elemental damage. And here we have increased critical strike support because I do want the critical strike right now. So that's most of it. I have here a few buffs like Herald of Thunder increases our abilities to add lightning damage, right? And also it creates a storm that hits every enemy in the area. So you'll see that coming up every once in a while. We have precision as well as we did in the last game. I have frenzy here that I didn't really use. Onslaught, which makes our attack quicker, but I'm mostly leveling this up. I have Siege Ballista with blind support and pierce support. Dash, I guess the rest is just normal, like our normal character. There's nothing too special here. As far as the tree goes, I went this way. I went this way with the Ranger because I wanted more defense and these elemental attacks. So you can see with Quartz Infusion we get 40% increased elemental damage, right? And then I get 10% dodge attack hits. You have phasing while at maximum frenzy. You have phasing on onslaught. Phasing for 4 seconds on kill. Phasing means we become transparent and then we can move through enemies and through targets. It helps us not to be stuck between melee fighters, generally speaking. But I also wanted to go this way, which gives, while we are in phasing, we get immunity to elemental ailments, dodge spells, 10% increased movement speed. Nearby enemies have fire, cold, and lightning exposure while you have phasing, applying minus 50% to those resistances. So we have a lot of ways in which we could improve this build. This one is slightly earlier than our normal campaign character. Can't say too much about what I have here. I have a bit of life, I have point black because I'll hit targets very close to us, and I have a few abilities that help us increase elemental damage. And now I'm going this way because I want some mana leech, as I am using up a lot of mana. So with that being said, let's move on. I've talked for probably 15 minutes and I want to do a bit of action for you guys, show you how things go into these campaigns. It's pretty awesome. So let's start here with the Chamber of Innocence. This is where I was left off. There we have it. We're going for Kitava. I hope you like the look of my character. Look at that. So this is what I'm doing here. I am doing these kind of lightning bolts all the time. And I even have this, see, like the Herald of Thunder does that. It starts dropping lightning bolts automatically on the nearby enemies. Here, you can see, like, we have one of these strong boxes. Now, if you want to get into details, there are ways in which you can influence the strong boxes to be very good for you. Like, as I showed you in the normal campaign, you can modify them, use alchemy orbs to make them rare, and so on and so forth. Like, there's so much you can do, and you can gain a lot of items from them. Let's see, it's a wrong way through here. And I've been enjoying this. I didn't have really a lot of time to play, like, at all these days, so I just got in the evening to level 50, which made me very happy. But I am more happy about the fact that I've tried the event out. Because I've avoided, as I said, I've avoided many of these events and they're fun. They really change the feeling of the game for a little bit. It's not a whole lot. There are definitely some events that some people don't like, and I can see why. But they are fun. It really changes the experience. Like, the amount of items you get at the beginning of the game and the amount of chaos from all the units that you find on the maps at the beginning of the game is really something else. You can see we have a rogue Exile there. Another gem cutter strongbox here. Let's run away, just in case it has corpse explosion or something. The gem cutter. And Veil Ice Nova. Whirling Blades. Level 17. Maybe we'll take that as well. Let's see, another Jeweler's Orb. As far as my damage goes, right now I'm at 2400.
My mana is gone.
Ooh, let's run away, step away from that room. Let's get some support here. Like, they have these proximity shields which are very annoying, and they did have that ability right here, right? Brutal Shrine, your hits have knockback and increased damage and stun duration.
I'm not up to that just yet.
This is a pretty simple map since it does only have the chests, but you will see that some of these maps can be like really crazy, especially when you have Harbingers. Harbingers summon enemies and you cannot take them out. You take them out by taking out the enemies that they summon. And you will see that, especially in close quarter maps, they really are crazy. Let's take some gloves. Chaos Orb here. The Ruin Square, that's where we need to go, right? Yes. Let's see, what do we get in the square here? By the way, be careful with ghosts. Ghosts possess rare enemies, and they do give them some abilities, some better abilities, and multiple ghosts can possess an enemy at a time. If you have an enemy with 3 ghosts, it can be pretty tough to beat. Given that there are 20 ghosts on the map, that can be a real problem. So try to make sure that... Oh, we do have Harbingers. So this is a Harbinger. As you can see, we cannot damage them, but we do damage them by taking care of the enemy. And what they drop is shards generally, and when you have enough shards, you get 1 item from them. Some, for example, some items here take like 20. You need 20 shards to get a transmutation orb. Okay, this is the ossuary. I want to go for the reliquary first. I was also trying to note during this event, let's make sure, like, there are some rogue exiles here, which makes this pretty tough.
My mana is gone.
Good, we took care of them. As you can see, we feel the fact that we don't have a good armor piece on us, but our damage is pretty good, so I'm grateful for that. I was trying to note during this event, what are the quests that give you the skill points.
I'm not up to that.
Because I saw people that during the normal contests, like, people are going for just certain quests that give them certain items, right? You want to go for skill points. You want to go for a Quicksilver Flask, the one that makes you move faster, this one right here. But not for much else, so... Normal items in a contest, when it's about speed, you don't want to be anything else. Okay, Chaos Shards, Engineer Shards, perfect. Siege Ballistas. I do like this quest, I like how this character turned out so far. And most of this character is self-made, so it's like our normal campaign. I didn't, since I was playing this on my own and I was playing for the contest and I was trying to make it, I don't know, as random as possible, like enjoy it without reading too much on it. I decided to go with this. With a ranger, I felt like that would be a good idea. And then I said, like, okay, what didn't I use from the arrows? And most of them I've used already. Lightning was one of those that I didn't. And I went from there. Then I remembered there was a sort of a build guide that I read a while back with lightning arrow. So part of everything I've done here, it's a mix, slightly from what I wanted to do and slightly from what I remember from that build. And I think so far so good, it works. I think I'm going to be trying another character, probably at some point during this 1 week event. I guess I'm gonna be playing for a few more days. Hopefully in a day or two I could reach like level 70 with this character. And then I'll probably make another character and try to bring that to level 70 as well. But as you see, so the event is mostly focused on making it chaotic for you, right? It's a mayhem. Everybody's thrown in the arena and you just have to be at the top. Okay, perfect. And try it out. Don't be scared, try it out. Now at this point of the game, I am starting to get slightly less damage on our enemies. I was thinking about ways in which I could improve it. I have a gem in my box. I found a gem that reduces the elemental resistance, or I guess reducing it is not the right word. Lightning arrows or the lightning damage penetrate the enemy defenses by 29%, I think, or something, at the level that I have it. So here we have one of these, like the hands. That provide us with splinters, like I don't know, did we have any of these in our normal campaign? I feel like we did, but I don't remember for sure. So this grows as we kill enemies and it drops when you stop killing them. One way you can avoid damage in those circles is to get outside of them. So the event starts when you do this, and you are being attacked, invaded by monsters. And you get these splinters, which you can use later on to travel to different parts, to different worlds, so to speak, where leaders, some leaders are, or some bosses, let's call them. Okay, so another event there, another jeweler's box here. One thing that this event does very well, as far as I'm concerned, is that it provides you with a lot of experience and quickly, and it changes the gameplay. Like, one of the things I've realized by playing this event is that you don't want too many boxes or too many events in one area. Like, the amount of time you can spend just farming these is, in a sense, pretty annoying at the beginning of the game. I think I spent a few hours just in the first few areas, and I don't want to do that all the time. Anyway, let's close this event. Let's find... We are looking for Kitava's Torment, so let's look for that.
That would only slow me down.
Okay, let's throw this. Find the rest of Kitava's Torments. Okay. Okay, just a bit more. Clasp hand. Like, you can get a whole lot of different combinations. Some of these can be more, like these circles or events can be more successful than others for you. Like, you can get some of the best combination of enemies. Some of them are really tough, so you have to be careful about this. This guy has resist elemental damage, so let's see, can I kill him? Yeah, I think I did.
Slow me down.
Latticed ring mail. Okay, let's go home. Because I do want to clean up some of my inventory. Let's see. This has a lot of life. 236 evasion, that's pretty good. I don't need all of these. 26 strength, 78 armor, 28 fire resistance, cold resistance. I'll lose some damage, but lightning and cold resistant, and this provides me with fire. We'll look at the resistances in a second. This is not good. Yeah, maybe this is better than that. So let's go here first, to the stash. I am going to be throwing in this jade flask instead. For resistances, yeah, we have less lightning, so I'm not gonna put this on. But I am, however, going to take these gems, keep them here. For peer support, I am going to be setting it here. I'm just trying to level some things out, just in case I want to replace them. But I didn't feel the need for peer support anymore. I'll throw some of these gems in as well. Maps. And that's about it. We can sell the rest of it. We get another one here.
Remember, we do this for freedom.
Okay, that's not that impressive. But I'll keep it. Maybe I'll do something after a video. Let's talk to Bannon here. Dexterity and intelligence. This is a unique armor, but it offers armor and shield. As you can see, my filter is on as well. Otherwise, once again, a whole lot of things are on the ground. Just look at that experience bar at the bottom. Okay, and I think the other one is in the other corner of the map. Okay, good. Hey, we found a recipe here. By the way, when you start this is another self-founding link, so you cannot share items with any of the other characters you've made so far. So the ones we can't share, for example, items with the character we have right now. But they'll be moved after the event is done. They'll be moved in the normal leagues. so you can continue playing them afterwards. Okay, we're just gonna do a bit more because I want to show you just slightly more action, just so you can get a better idea of everything that's going on. Okay, here we are back on a brand new map because it's resetted. So let's continue through the streets. Still Harbingers. I think the change on map is every hour. Like you get the same effect, but only for an hour, and every hour it changes. Like, and this is throughout the game. Superior onslaught support, great. Let's see, we're looking for this guy in the ruin square. Utula.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Now one way to get more damage right here would be to either make a better bow. Right now I haven't changed my bow in a while, in quite a few levels, probably 10 levels or so, which is a lot. And the other thing I could do is change to less arrows. If I feel my damage is not, like for example, let's try this out. Let's throw in the lesser multiple projectiles. Where else could be? I want to find that guy, Utula. Here we have, so these are less projectiles, but they're stronger. Actually, probably it's a better idea to show you in the character screen what is the difference. I prefer the multiple projectiles on screening the screen because that the damage differentiation is done by the lightning bolts, right? The amount of lightning bolts and secondary effect of hitting nearby targets. But it works like this as well. So let's look at these. Here we have 3400 damage per second for the lesser projectile support, and if we go for the greater multiple projectiles support, it's 2500. So we're losing about 1000 there just from that, which may definitely be a difference, which is why I keep the other ability as well with me. Try to level it up, keep it for bosses. Here I'm done with that. Let's get ourselves some life leech and increased life. I do like this rain of arrows a lot. Makes me feel quite strong. Though these enemies do resist lightning, as you can see at the top. Resist lightning, resist elemental damage. Should probably go instead with that lightning penetration. There we have it, we kill this boss very easily.
I'm not up to that just yet.
And now we can talk to Bannon. Yeah, let's go back home and then we get to the Ossuary.
Not all slaves. Remember, we do this.
Good luck out there.
Projectiles pierce an additional target, 10% increase projectiles. Yes, I do like that. And let's add it. Do I have a way to refund some points? Let's see, did I find any of these? Yes. Okay, I just need 2 points. So I'll take one from the 6 life node. And do I have any that are not important? I guess I'll reduce the mana there. Just because I want to bring here this piercing. The 1 pierce jewel is really something I need now. We'll throw in another point and get back our mana leech.
Can't see
And
why I
then
don't do that
we're
here.
going back here. Was it? Yes, and into the Ossuary. Find the sign of purity. So that's what we're doing now. I have 4 more minutes to do this, so let's do it quickly. Apparently this area is filled with rogue exiles, which some of them can be very dangerous, given that they use different skill combinations that you could be weak against. And if you have 3 or 4 who are just on top of you, so whenever I have, like on kill, we get phasing, like this transparency that you see here. Also, when I have onslaught, I have phasing. And we get that extra, we'll get that extra elemental damage and everything else. And so the way I decided to go about with this is to get the onslaught here. With a silver flask, I get onslaught on command. So it's a really good thing to be able to do this, especially during boss battles, because you don't always get someone to kill during boss battles. So I do like having a potion on hand and just apply the skill, get the phasing, get that extra bonus damage to enemies. As you can see, like it jumps. Here it's 3000, 2700, and if I get to a point where I get these effects with me, it just increases the attack to 3300. So yeah, it's a game of trial and error. Like at the same time, at the moment I have no idea how viable this build is for endgame, for how far I could push it. I still need to add some defense to it. I have the tabula rasa on us, but that, as I said, starves us of defenses, and we can't really do it for too much longer. Nice lever, get the crafting recipe here. Talk to scene. Go outside.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
And that's about it. This is all the time that we have for today. like it's gonna take a while to get to Kitava. There are a few more maps. You know, you've seen the normal campaign probably, and if you just jumped in to check what this video is about, thank you very much for sticking around and watching it until the end. For everybody who's watching the normal series, for anybody who just jumped in the video for maybe it's even a random view, if the event is still on, go play it. If you see a brand new event whenever you are watching this video, go and play it. It's not difficult to get into. Some of them are definitely the races. You might not win. And you might not even come close. You might not even feel that you can get anywhere close. Try it out. See the brand new experience that this game offers you. And there's nothing to lose in it. You'll just learn something new about the game. You'll just learn something new about events. And I do love playing this lightning bolt character. It's a new experience for me as well, and it's why I want to keep doing Path of Exile. There's so much to do, and I want you to check it out. Try it for yourself a few times, and if you don't like it, then you don't like it. But if you do, and if you're trying the event, let me know that you did. As for the moment, I wish you all a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.